as you throw the cross, your lead leg can naturally take a step out to the side, widening your base so that when you punch, you're more stable, you're more in a seated position. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be going over the foundation of boxing offense and one of the very first combination every beginner boxer learns, and that is the jab cross or the 1-2 combination. If you guys are enjoying the content so far, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. I truly appreciate every single one of you guys, and let's jump right into today's video. Alright, so as a quick guard and stance refresher, our feet will be about shoulder width apart. Our lead leg will be 1.5 feet away from our rear leg. Both our toes will be facing at a 45-degree angle along with our hips and our shoulders. Our knees will be slightly bent and our heels will come off the floor, ensuring that we're light and bouncy in our fight stance. Last but not least, our hands come up to protect our face, obviously. Now, from here, we're going to start off with the jab, known as the lead hand punch or the 1. So if you're in an orthodox position, your jab hand will be your left hand. To throw the jab correctly, we are going to snap out our lead hand punch. As we do so, we are going to take out a step with our lead leg, slightly transferring our weight forward to land the punch and quickly snapping it back into our stance. The jab isn't known for its power, it's more so used to manage distance or to pepper out a quick shot to let your opponent know, hey, you're here, you're in my bubble, and I can reach you, I can hit you. Think of it as a whip. The jab should be moving quickly in and out of the range of your opponent, and not every jab needs to land. A lot of people throw jabs like we talked about just to close the range, just to fill the space. It can distract your opponent, overload their system, and let them know that, hey, this guy keeps punching me, right? So the jab is a fast, peppering shot. As we throw our jab, we're gonna take a step out to help us transfer our power. And as we do so, we're going to push our lead leg off the floor to help us return back to our stance. Another mistake I want you guys to avoid is dropping your rear hand when you throw this punch. It's super important to keep this rear hand up, right? Dropping your hands, dropping your rear hand, maybe you want to load up for power, or maybe your hand just slips down. You leave your body, your face super exposed from this position. The jab is a very simple punch, but when you master it, it could be the best tool in your toolbox, right? All the best professionals in the world, they all had beautiful jabs, and all of their offense was based off of their jab, right? Their crosses, their takedowns, their high kicks, all off of this one strike. So once you guys master the jab and you throw it often and you throw it correctly, it will open windows of opportunity for your striking. Now we can break down the cross, otherwise known as the 2 or the rear hand punch. Now, to throw the cross correctly, we want to push off our rear foot to generate power from our legs and our hips. At the same time, our rear leg is going to be pivoting and our shoulders are going to be fully rotating, helping us generate maximum power. And again, to retract our punch, we're going to bring it up back in a straight line just as fast as we threw it out there. A tip for stability and balance: as you throw the cross, your lead leg can naturally take a step out to the side, widening your base, so that when you punch, you're more stable, you're more in a seated position. Otherwise, if you overthrow this cross with too much power, you may feel a tipping motion and feel like your balance may be lost there, right? So a way to counteract that is by taking a step out, widening your base, so when you do throw with power, your leg is there to help you stabilize your weight and help you control your balance, so that when you retract your punch, you're right back into your fight stance. Some common mistakes that I see with the cross is flaring your elbow out before you throw the punch, right? Which telegraphs the strike. If you guys see from this angle, slow motion, that's a big no-no, right? A lot of amateur and pro level fighters will see that coming and easily slip and counter that shot. So to avoid this bad habit, again, you want to keep everything tight to your body. When you throw the cross, the movement should be coming from the rotation of your shoulders and your hips, right? It shouldn't be a flare out arm punch. Right? That's another mistake that I see people just throwing their cross like that, and they're not turning their hips or shoulders at all. They're just leaving a lot of power out the window that way, right? It may look okay, right, theoretically, but in practice, they're not extending their punch, they're not generating maximum power when they do so, right? So to avoid that, We want to keep our arm tight to our body. Our movement should be coming from the rotation of our hips and our shoulders. And then we're back to our stance in a straight line. Now that we've broken down both punches, let's put them together and string them into one fluid combination. We broke down the jab. We mentioned how it's not a power shot. It's usually used to measure the distance, to utilize our range, to fill in that void, and to also set up our cross. Now, how do we do that? Is by throwing multiple jabs. The first jab you throw, your opponent might block. They might parry. They might lean back. You don't know what your opponent will do when you throw that first jab. So it's super important that you throw multiple jabs to gauge your opponent's defense and to see what they do, right? If they have a high guard every time you jab, you know that your jab cross combination will have to be set up jab to the head, cross to the body, because their guard is preoccupying their head and their upper body with the jab, leaving their lower body vacant, right? If they lean back after you throw the jab, you know that you're gonna have to do a long jab followed by a long cross, right? You take two very deep steps because you can only lean back so far. If your opponent starts to parry your jab, right, or defensively shell with their hands, you're just gonna have to change up your timing. If they parry the jab, you fake the jab and you throw the cross. Disturb the timing just a bit and your jab cross will land perfectly. The reason why this combination works so well is because these punches work in tandem. Whenever you throw your jab, it's less commitment, and once you land it, and once you touch your opponent and you know that he's there, you can easily throw the cross and land it proficiently. There are plenty of ways to practice this combination, whether that's on the heavy bag, pad work, live sparring, or even just shadow boxing. Just make sure that you guys are focusing on timing, technique, and the rhythm in which you're throwing this combination, and the speed and power will come with time as you practice. All right, and that has been today's video. If you guys are enjoying this type of content, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Also, let me know down below what you'd like to see next. This has been part 2 of our basic boxing series. Soon enough, we'll dive into our hooks, uppercuts, and defense. On another note, I recently launched the MMA Atlas Discord channel where we are building a small community of like-minded people sharing content, sharing videos of each other's techniques. It's a really great vibe. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, I'll be leaving a link to that in the video description. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.